She said that she will be back. She started saying that I should tell him the truth, because before he died, that he would tell me the story. And I said, "Oh,
your father told you that."
Yes, he told me that yesterday. Before he died, he would tell me what happened.
On the evening of Monday, February 17th, 2025, ASP Caleb Leramo had a conversation with his son about his mother's whereabouts. The boy told him that she had gone out and would return soon. Something about the response didn't sit right with Caleb, so he pressed his son for the truth. Again, the boy insisted that his mother had gone out and would be back soon. Perhaps sensing the underlying tension between his parents, the boy asked his father if they were fighting. Caleb, like any father would, tried to shield his son from the harsh reality of their crumbling marriage. He assured him that they were not fighting but rather playing. However, he added a chilling statement. "Before I die, I will tell you everything that has been going on between me and your mother." Little did he know that his words would become a haunting prophecy, as he would not live beyond the next day to fulfill that promise. Later that evening, Taiwo Leramo, his wife, returned home. She prepared food for the family before stepping out again to check on her sick grandmother. According to their son, Caleb did not eat in her absence. He sat there, waiting for her to return. His son, perhaps sensing an unspoken conflict, also refused to eat. It wasn't until some minutes after 9 p.m., when Taiwo finally returned, that they had dinner as a family. What followed was a seemingly peaceful night, a deceptive calm before the storm. They shared food, laughed, and even told funny stories to their children. For a moment, everything felt normal, as if their marriage was whole again. Caleb was later said to have gone into his bedroom to pray with his Bible, though it is unclear if Taiwo joined him. Afterward, he returned to spend time with the family. At one point, his son asked his mother to come sleep in their room, but Caleb objected. Instead, he instructed his children to go to bed. The young boy obeyed, wished his parents good night, and drifted off to sleep, completely unaware that it would be the last time he would ever say those words to them. By the next morning, their world would be shattered beyond repair. Since he usually left for school early, the boy was the first to wake up, but instead of peaceful silence, he was greeted by terrifying sounds, his parents screaming and the sound of a cutlass being drawn. Alarmed, he quickly woke his sister, and together they ran toward their parents' bedroom. But when they got there, they found the door locked from the inside. His sister grabbed a stool and desperately tried to break the door down, but it was no use. The boy, now frantic, ran out of the house to get help. He banged on a neighbor's door, urging them to come quickly. The neighbors rushed over, forced the door open, and what they found inside was beyond horrifying. ASP Caleb was lying lifeless on the floor, his manhood brutally severed from his body. His wife, Taiwo, was also on the ground, completely unresponsive, a deep, fatal wound on her head. The entire bedroom was in complete disarray, a gruesome scene too graphic to describe. Both of them were rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. The doctor on duty confirmed their deaths, and their bodies were sent to the morgue for further investigation. By 7 a.m. that morning, the Ekiti State Police Command was at the crime scene conducting their preliminary investigations. A blood-stained cutlass was recovered from the bedroom, believed to be the weapon used in the deadly fight. ASP Caleb Leramo was an assistant superintendent of police and a prosecutor who worked mainly with magistrate courts in Ekiti State. Friends and colleagues described him as a brave and dedicated officer who was committed to his work and his family. However, his marriage was far from perfect. For some time, Caleb had suspected his wife of infidelity. As a police officer, he began monitoring her movements, and eventually he caught her in the act. Enraged by the betrayal, Caleb arrested the man his wife had been seeing. But when he took him to the station, his colleagues told him to let the man go and settle the issue at home. Caleb complied, but the damage was already done. The trust in their marriage had been destroyed, and they were never the same again. It is unclear what exactly triggered the deadly altercation that night, but investigations later revealed shocking details. Reports claim that Taiwo had drugged Caleb's food on the night of the incident, possibly to weaken him before carrying out her attack. This would have explained why Caleb seemed fine one moment and then defenseless the next. In the middle of the night, when she believed he was vulnerable, she allegedly used a sharp object to cut off his manhood, but she underestimated him. Even in his weakened state, Caleb, a trained police officer, managed to grab a cutlass and fight back. Taiwo suffered serious injuries to the head, likely from multiple strikes during their final struggle. By the time the fight ended, both husband and wife were dead. Their children, who had gone to bed with the sound of their parents' laughter, woke up to the silence of death. 4 innocent children were left orphaned in the most horrific way imaginable. This tragic case serves as a grim reminder of how unresolved conflict and unchecked emotions can spiral into deadly consequences. What began as a simple suspicion of infidelity ended in irreversible devastation. A marriage reduced to bloodshed, leaving behind children who will carry the trauma for the rest of their lives. Now the question remains, was this premeditated murder, or was this a violent act of revenge that escalated beyond control? What do you think really happened that night? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth crime stories. Stay safe.